So guys, we got our F350 right here. We're gonna put it up on jack stands. We're gonna hop under there and change the oil. Let's see what it does. Oh, look at that way. Oh, the sun's coming up. So right behind me is my F350. First thing we gotta do is get everything set up. Pretty easy to do, pretty easy to do. Let's see what we got here. We put it up on jack stands. Just see if we get it off the ground a little bit more. Anytime we go into the truck, guys, we're always looking for leaks or problems. We've had some problems with our truck, and it's been to the dealer half a dozen times. It's been a little frustrating, I'll tell you that for sure. You probably think I'm a little crazy. One thing we can do here is put a little tap in this thing, let the oil drain out, and it's gonna come right into our bucket. And that way, when we're pulling this guy off, we're not dripping it all over ourselves. Just a slight, only takes a little bit. Might be able to do with our body hammer here. Oops, yep, we did. Okay, that was a little cray-cray. Okay, well, that worked. Now, we gotta get the right size wrench. That is not it. That would be a 17. Maybe we're looking for a 16. That's a 15, and it would be a 16. Probably the one I don't have sitting here. We have the adjustable. That probably may work, might not work. We'll see. Hey. I might have a leak in this thing. Okay, you guys see that mess? Well, I say mess, it's getting better. I cleaned most of my stuff up. Got the cardboard out of the way. We still got oil coming out. So the next thing we're gonna do here is work on getting some oil into the filter. We gotta check our mileage. So we always change the oil every 3,000 miles, regardless. Oil is a whole lot cheaper than a motor. So another thing we do is that we fill up the oil filter with oil before we stick it up in there. I'll show you how that works. Close. We're using a Purolator filter this time. We've been using Motorcraft. Since we change it so often, I'm not so concerned. If we were changing oil every 10,000 miles, I probably would not be using a low-end Purolator. If you can see it, we're going ahead and filling this puppy right on up. You're probably asking yourself, why are you filling it up? The oil's just going to fill up when you start the motor. And that's true. That's exactly what's going to happen. But if you've got oil in your filter before you start the truck, then it's pushed through the system into all the journals and everything that needs to be lubricated, and as a result you don't have any dry spots, and that's important. I am impressed. This is taking a whoops, there she goes. Dribble, dribble. It's hard to see under here. Yep, we're almost there, just a little bit more. All right, I just made a mess. Oh, geez, why'd you do that? Okay. Oh, boy. That seems to be a reoccurring theme. All right, so now I got that up in there. I even put the mileage on here so that the next time I'm goofing around, I can look up in here and find it. I stick it on the window too. All right. I wonder if that face recognition is going for my bald spot. I hope not. All right. Oil with filter on, only hand tight. Now, we're gonna get the rest of the oil out of here. Ooh, that's a lot of oil on the floor. Get the rest of the oil out of here. All right. Just gonna let it drain for just a couple of minutes while we clean up. Oops, here we go. So you may notice, guys, that we have run our truck up on some ramps on a little bit of an incline. And we did that so we can get most all the oil out of the truck as what we can. I think that's important. This is a diesel, and as a result, the second you start this puppy up, it's going to look like you never changed the oil. But we know we did, and that's just the way these things work. They're always they're always dark, always dirty. Let's put our cap back on our oil in just a couple minutes. That enough of that oil is going to be out of there, and then we'll start putting oil up on the top side. Okay guys, we got a huge percentage of the oil out. There's just a couple of drips, and a couple drips, not a big deal. So we're gonna go ahead and screw everything back together, clean it up, get the bucket out the way, and then we certainly got to tighten up that nut. The nut has on it a washer built into it, and that's pretty cool. That's going to help us reuse that nut for a couple years. We'll probably have to replace it at some point. But here we go. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, nope, not gonna work. Brake clean is awesome. I use it on everything. Okay, that's gonna dry, and while that's drying, we're gonna put some oil in. Hey guys, one drawback to putting it on ramps is that you gotta get a ladder to get up there. So, let's get up there with our ladder. We start off with our oil. All right. So guys, we're up pretty high. I don't know, 3-4 feet off the ground. And I do this, I do this on all my cars and equipment. See, it says 13 quarts, dummy. I'm the dummy, and that's why I do it. So we're up on top of this puppy, and now we're gonna start filling in our oil, putting our oil in. So it takes 13 quarts. We've already put probably 1 quart. This is 1.25 gallons, 5 quarts. That doesn't look good. That's a little wet. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so we're just gonna dump it right on in. Can hold on to. Here we go. Glug, glug, glug. And if I turn it sideways, I probably won't get the glug in, but then I have to hold it up in the air. so there's that. There's that. Make sure we don't have any drippies. A little bit of drippies. Whoop. Oh, it dripped a little bit. Could be worse. Put our cap on, fire up the motor, check our dipstick. All right. All right, guys, we got a little cleanup to do on our mess. Get rid of our ramps, which were just good stuff, and they're heavy for a reason.